Parents of adopted children. What trauma did your child come with? When my best friend Lucy was 18, both of her parents were involved in a tragic hit and run that killed them instantly. They were extremely broke and didn't leave any savings behind, so she was left to fend for herself. Well, my family knew this, so we started paying for her groceries and sometimes even her rent. But after 2 years, she was still breaking down almost every day. So I genuinely believed that getting a boyfriend would help her to heal. And after a few weeks of messing around on Tinder, she landed a date. They ended up going out, and for the first time since the accident, life was finally starting to feel normal again. Until she showed up at my door, pale and shaking, holding a pregnancy test. And before I could say anything, Lucy burst into tears. She showed me her phone, and her boyfriend had blocked her on everything. We later found out he left the state. I reassured Lucy that I'd be there for her, and we spent almost every day together. So I was right beside Lucy when her water broke, and I was the one to drive her to the hospital too. We were almost there when I noticed a truck driving dangerously close behind me. I barely had time to react before it hit us. Red poured from Lucy's head as I dialed 911. They immediately wheeled her in for an emergency C-section, and those next 10 minutes were the longest 10 minutes of my life. When the nurse finally came out, she couldn't even hold eye contact with me when she announced that the baby had made it, because immediately after, I found out Lucy had died after giving birth. I burst into tears, and even the nurse lunged at me for a hug. I was so heartbroken they had to wheel me into the room to see my goddaughter. But when I held her, I smiled through the tears, because that's what Lucy would have wanted.